Yeah, that's a that's just me, me upload the thumbnail and we can get started. I like having it up because then it does look clean. Now it's just the white logo. It just says the wise guys with like the mic. That one's nice too. All right, I'm gonna send this out. Get started. It's over. It's so over. If I just get closer. I'm gonna do one thing and then I'm gonna send it out and we're ready. Sorry, I've been taking so.
No, you're good.
Ready?
Yep.
That looks much better. All right. It started in 3. Oh wait, did you put that before live? Sorry.
Yep.
All right, cool. All right, then I think we're good to go.
Right now.
3, 2, 1. Hello and welcome to the Wise Guys Podcast. I am your host, Brady Fitzgerald, joined as always by my co-host, Chris Hagan.
How you guys doing?
Doing well today, Chris. We got plenty of bets to go over for the divisional round, the playoffs. I'm excited. Best four. I mean, divisional round's the best, right? It's probably the best round.
I think it's the best round. There's less games, obviously. What?
I'm going for your game at showdown.
Okay.
Wyatt.
Interruption.
Wyatt.
No, that's not Wyatt.
Oh, was it? Sounded like Wyatt.
Yeah. Well, anyway, I think it's the best weekend of the year. Less games, obviously, but the games are better. The difference between 4 and 2 games is huge, though.
Yeah, I was just about to say the two
Like,
games.
Conference championship, you have the best games, but 2 games, both on one day is nice. But then, like, we do it on Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
So
having
a 4:30 and an 8 o'clock, and then a 3 o'clock and a 6 o'clock. Also,
Perfect.
the moving Sunday to 3 o'clock and 6 o'clock. I think I've liked that. It's been a couple years since they.
I like it.
I think I like having that game at 6 o'clock.
I like it.
That's a
Get
good
it over
start.
with. Yeah, and I mean it's like the Super Bowl when they started at. I mean, like of course there's like some slowage, and it's always going to end late anyways. But it's not going to be at like 12 on a Sunday, which is nice. It's got to be hard for the East Coast though. On those days, probably just a little. I mean, I guess it would be like the college schedule for them, where the 3 o'clock games are then and then they start at 7 at the night games. I'm saying because they're 3 hours back. It'd be like noon. Coast? Yeah, West Coast. Oh, did I say East Coast?
Oh, like noon and 3. Yeah.
Yeah, my bad.
Yeah. I see.
Yeah, I meant West Coast. But
yeah, but it used to be 1 and 4, so you would have a game at 10 and 1. Like, imagine your team is in the divisional round of the playoffs and you have a game at 10 a.m.
That sucks. That would be terrible. And they, at that point too, I feel like they were a little too close together.
Yeah.
They would overlap sometimes, would they not? Like if it went into overtime. I mean, I guess they would wait.
Can't have that.
They would wait, would they not? I don't know. But I like how it is now. We got plenty of games to get to, and we're starting off heavy. This is gonna be a cold game. Snowing in Maryland. Are you snowed in?
Oh yeah, I'm going sledding after the podcast.
Nice.
That's what that was about,
Nice.
actually.
Nice.
So yeah, very excited. We got a couple inches earlier this week, and we got like I had to guess, I'd say 2 or 3 more today. We're loaded,
Nice.
and I'm not going anywhere all weekend. So enjoying the snow, watching football. Yeah,
That'll be fun. In Baltimore, in the snow, Lamar Jackson we got playoffs on the line for his legacy. I mean, this is all the marbles here. He's got to win this one at least. They're 9.5-point favorites. Nobody believes in C.J. Stroud and the Texans. What do we got here? What do you like?
I definitely can't lay down 9 points with this Ravens team and throw out any sort of like actual breakdown of this matchup. But after that Titans game a couple years ago, like, is that not still fresh in your mind?
Yes.
I feel like I remember every play in that game.
Yep. Every time.
And that was same situation where, and Houston, I think, is better than that Tennessee. Like, that Tennessee team was not very good. They knew how to like grind out games, I guess, and you had Vrabel as your coach, so there's always a shot. But like, I'm more scared of CJ Stroud than I would have been of Tannehill and Derrick Henry. So
the issue is though,
that thought alone makes me nervous.
It's funny because it's kind of different scenarios where there was one really good playmaker on the Titans and kind of a mediocre cast around him, and it was a running back. Now the Texans, it's one superstar, but it's the quarterback, so he kind of makes everyone a superstar. So it'll be interesting to see if that, like, I don't know, do they need that extra playmaker, that extra guy to beat this Baltimore team? They already have Marlon Humphrey out, the Ravens. I don't know what else their injury report looks like. And I know they're already thin at cornerback. So we could see CJ Stroud throw on them.
I do. After last week, I'm now worried about the weather.
Yeah, I'm not.
I know that CJ Stroud went to Ohio State, but
he's played in the cold.
Didn't play in January. No, I'm saying I am worried about it.
Oh, you are worried about it. Okay.
Well, think about it. The latest game that he played was in November. He hasn't played in January in the cold.
That's true.
I don't know. Like, they played in a dome last week. It looked great. I don't know. Like, has he played? Let's look at their schedule real quick. There could be evidence. I feel like I haven't seen him play well in the cold. And this is like me not believing in it last week. And now, when I lost, I just completely flip.
I think when you're looking at these games, though,
that much.
I feel like the playoffs kind of end up a little more chalk, and there's always like one game that kind of surprises us, right? And I think the one game would be the Packers against the Niners. I don't think Niners are covering 10. I think Baltimore.
Think the Ravens will cover 9?
I think they cover.
I could see them like winning this game 30-10.
Yeah, just blowing them out, and they've been doing that to like mediocre teams, bad teams, good teams. I think we just got to stop doubting them a little bit until we like. And I guess the issue is the time that they doubt. Like, we can doubt them until they lose, but then they're out of the playoffs, so we can't learn anything from it.
Sure.
So I don't know. I think when it comes to like, he's not facing Mahomes, he's not facing Josh Allen, he's not facing a proven playoff. I mean, I guess they proved it last week, but that's one win against Joe Flacco, doing 2 pick sixes. CJ Stroud looked amazing.
Like, that Browns defense was the worst on the road.
Oh, they were. I didn't realize that they were so bad on the road. Did you know that?
Yeah, I don't know where that stat was last week.
Honestly,
before the game.
Yeah, I heard it after the game too. They were like minus 17. They were like point differential in the away. Yeah. I think the Ravens take care of business against this team.
You sold me.
Yeah, I think right. There's no reason to overthink this. I guess we're doing picks this week together, so we'll come together at the end. But I'm gonna write down the Ravens. How about the over under? 43. Said you weren't
43.
about the cold. Point.
I could see it going under.
I could see going under. I could see going under too. I think. I don't know how much do we know how much it snowed in Baltimore? What's the Ravens Stadium look like?
I'm assuming about. I'm not worried about the snow. Like I'm sure they have a tarp on it, but it will be 25 degrees with a lot of wind.
Yeah, it's gonna be freezing. That's why you were sending me pictures of the playoff tickets. $100.
Yeah. The Ravens fan want to go. Bucks.
Yeah, it's because nobody wants to face the cold. Freezing out there. All right, yeah, I can see the under then. I believe in it.
Yeah, I don't hate that.
And the Ravens can run the ball, no matter what. So I think like the Texans, I don't trust the Texans' run game in case the cold does affect this game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, that's true. If they can't throw the ball down the field because it's so cold, but it's also like it's not 0 like it was in Kansas City.
Yeah, that's true. There's not icicles growing on there.
I am gonna see. Yeah. See, you can keep talking. I'm just gonna try to figure out what the wind chill is gonna be like.
Okay. I think this defense is completely different with Roquan Smith this year. They've gotten production out of Jadeveon Clowney and their pass rushers somehow. Jadeveon Clowney's actually having a career year with them. And
is he really?
Maybe not career. I honestly don't know. Like I honestly don't know much about his stat line when he was good, but I just remember
revenge game.
Yeah, revenge game. And they're getting Mark Andrews back. If he plays, this offense is going to be explosive.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's go on to the next game.
It just seems like one of those like talent differential. It's like Ravens have way too many dudes.
Yeah, too many studs.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know. I understand.
Game.
Mm-hmm. No, and it's a casual fan.
The guys who have been in the playoffs that have necessarily won, but
but they've lost them. They've lost in the playoffs. I feel like that sometimes helps a little bit more.
They're hungry.
Yeah, Lamar's definitely he's got to be hungry at this point. I mean, the whole
team's
hungry.
Yeah. Who'd they lose to the year that they beat the Titans in the first round?
Buffalo.
They lost the next
in
week.
Buffalo.
Right. Yeah. That's right. That was cold too.
Yeah, and Lamar played terrible. That's what I'm worried about. I'm so worried about it. All right.
All right. The wind chill at 8:00 on Saturday night. 12 degrees.
Ooh. It's not as bad as Kansas City. It's like -40.
Not as bad as Kansas City. Yeah, not even close. But it's chilly. Definitely chilly.
All right. Next up, Green Bay at San Francisco. Oh, also forgot to mention in the Ravens game, it's a huge test for Russ versus Rest.
Oh, yeah.
A huge
same with the 49ers, right? It's been 2 weeks.
Yeah, same with the Niners. They bench their starters week 17. Didn't play last week. I love Russ versus Rest. I'm not gonna lie. One of my favorites.
Belichick was a Russ, like, didn't want the Russ, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Brady always started the week 16 games and 17 games. Or 18.
I feel like
now.
the one bye definitely helps.
Yeah, the one bye definitely. Yeah, well, because it's. I was saying 16 and 17 weeks, but it was 17 and 18 weeks. Anywho, I think the one bye, it's definitely unfair. The Packers are proving it wrong for having they're the first 7 seed to win in the playoffs, but all these it's been the Steelers every year. They're so dog shit. All right, let's talk about the game. Packers at Niners. I think the Packers keep it close. I mean, I don't know why.
I could see this being another one where they looked so good last week, and then they just get pummeled by the Niners. I feel like the Niners have not played a close divisional round playoff game the last couple of years, and they beat the Packers in the playoffs a lot.
They do own the Packers in the playoffs. I think they'll win.
Not that it's
I
the
think
same team, but it's the same coaches.
Yeah, that's true. And LaFleur's been doing a hell of a job. It is worrisome to look at the team that played fantastic last week and looking at them in the playoffs and seeing them like they looked so fantastic last week. They were flawless. It's a flawless game from them. So I don't think they're going to do that again, of course. And I don't think the sloppy turnovers early in the game will happen like Dak Prescott. But oh man, it's honestly it depends if they score first. If the Niners score first, I feel like it's a blowout. Yeah. Niners go right down the field with McCaffrey, get the first touchdown. Jordan Love goes 3 and out, but all of a sudden 14-0.
Yeah, I can see that. I mean, the Niners defense is a lot better than the Packers defense.
Yes.
Or the Cowboys defense. It's a lot better than the Packers defense, but what I meant to say was better than the Cowboys defense.
Yes.
They're not going to give up 40 points.
Yeah, at the time, though, we thought that about the Cowboys defense, did we not? Not to this degree.
And, it's not that surprising. If that happened to the Niners, it would be shocking.
I agree. You're right. You're right on that part. So what are we taking here? What do we like?
I don't hate the Niners points.
-9.5?
It's because I think, yeah, it's a bigger line than I expected it to be, though. Both of those games.
Same. I thought there would be 7.5 type lines.
Yeah, so I don't like that. And I'm looking at the public money, and it's about as even as it could be for every game.
Really?
The biggest spread is Texans-Ravens, 58% on the Texans. I guess that's what happens in the playoffs.
Yeah, it's hard to pick these games. Yeah, I like the Niners. You're right. I think that the scenario I talked about seems like really the most likely one. But I don't know, and it could also
be
a
lot of points.
It is a lot of points, and already picking not officially, but picking the Ravens at 2 games with a lot of points.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't like that.
I like the 50
bomb. 50.5 is a lot.
Oh, I was gonna say I like it.
Like over on that?
Yeah, I like the 50 bomb. Because Niners could do it alone.
Packers just don't have a very good defense.
I mean, Niners can do 50.
Alexander's not.
Maybe close. Right? No, Alexander's playing. I mean, he played last week.
I thought he's questionable. I thought I just heard that he was doubtful. Maybe that was misinformation.
Fake news, man.
That's right.
I like the Niners, and I also like the 50.
Yeah.
I'm gonna write that down for myself. All right.
I can't decide on the 50. It's just whenever a game hits 50, I get nervous.
So many points.
But the Packers could just be an over team. It's like when they play game.
That's what I'm thinking. Because their defense isn't very good and their offense can score. So, all right. This my favorite bet of the week is Lions -6.5.
Really?
I think Tampa Bay is not very good, and I think the Eagles suck. Like the Eagles wanted to be out of there within 2 minutes of the game, and the Bucks kind of held them around for a little bit of the game. I mean, it was 16-9 for a good portion of that game. I don't know. What does scare me? I saw this stat line. Tampa Bay has 50% of its roster from the Super Bowl 3 years ago. 50% of Detroit's starters weren't in the league 3 years ago. That does scare me.
Insane.
That's.
I don't. There's nothing.
But I'm not scared of Baker.
That logic applies to the Rams.
Yeah, that's true, and they just
beat them. So I'm not worried about. This is another one where it's like, there's just this weird gut feeling I have that I think I still can't trust the Lions. And thinking about them actually playing in the NFC Championship seems nuts.
But can you
do that with Baker Mayfield too?
Yeah, I was gonna say, do you think Baker Mayfield playing in an NFC Championship would be crazy?
Oh, it sounds insane.
Yeah, it sounds nuts.
So an underdog wins this game, and
I'm gonna root heavily for the Lions just because I want to see it. But I can just like, I think it's when you root for a sports team that sucks and like kind of feel when things are too good to be true, and you're just like, it's coming.
Mm-hmm.
There's,
But
it
isn't
can't
that
be this
next
good
week?
for us.
Isn't that next week
No, because I
at the
think if you
Niners?
get to the NFC Championship, well, you're huge underdogs anyway, so it's like you're expected to lose. It's like, and maybe this honestly, it might be because the Phillies just lost to a way worse team at home in the playoffs. I'm thinking to myself, like, they're already probably in their minds, they're ready to go to the NFC Championship. Like, the Bucks are worse than the Rams. It's like one of the best matchups that you could have had. You don't have to play the Packers yet. Like, it's this crappy Bucks team. We're up 3 games on them in the regular season. Like, wouldn't it just be the worst thing in the world for them to lose this game?
Oh, for sure.
It would suck so bad.
Yeah, it would be terrible.
But again, like, I'm not like I think that they're a lot better.
I do. I think
So
they're
maybe I just gotta trust them.
yeah. I think they're a lot better, and I think they showed that I think they showed that they can be trusted with the Rams win. It was a massive win for them, and their home field is
What
real.
about that PI call though?
It was questionable.
Pretty blatant miss.
It was blatant miss.
Man.
I don't know. They're the hungriest team in the playoffs. Their home field is insane. Apparently, Baker.
Yeah, that's true.
Do you see the story that he texted his Rams teammates from last year and asked about the Lions stadium, and they said it was the loudest stadium any of them have ever played in?
I mean, it makes sense. It's a dome.
And none of those
Not
guys have
everyone
seen a
knows that,
playoff
but-
game ever.
Right. Yeah.
Well, maybe if they're like 100 years old. But, yeah, I love Detroit here. I absolutely love it. So,
Okay. All right, I'm with you on that.
right.
I'll trust them.
What about the 49.5?
I don't like the over on that one.
You like the over?
What do you like?
I was kind of thinking under.
Getting too over happy?
Yeah, I think so. I think that's an under. I think the Bucks offense is not going to look that good. As good as they did against the Eagles.
Just because they can't do it 2 weeks in a row?
No, just because the Eagles are that bad. I truly believe that.
Yeah. No,
Talk
I
about-
think you're right.
Talking about worried about teams that look too good in the first round. They looked way too good.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's. And they had a home game too, and like now they have to go on the road and.
You know, it's going to be cold in Detroit. That 3 seconds from the bus to the dome is going to be real cold. I hope it doesn't affect their play.
Yeah. That was a great response by Todd Bowles.
What
Like,
I didn't see the response. What did he say?
He's like, they play in a dome, right? The question was, like, do you have any plan in place to like combat the weather? And he's like, they play in a dome, right? So
I should be fired immediately.
only time we're gonna be outside is walking off the bus.
I should be absolutely fired.
No, don't. I don't know how could you cover the NFL and not know that the Lions don't play in a dome?
I don't know. I don't know how these people get these.
Like, if you just flipped on the game, like if you're just some average Joe and you flip on the game, you're like, oh, the Lions playing the dome.
Yeah.
But like,
Takes
this person
2
covers
seconds.
the league.
Yeah. Ugh. All right, so under?
A lot of public money on all the overs. I will say that, especially in the Packers game. I don't like.
Okay. Kansas City at Buffalo. The matchup everyone wanted. Matchup we've seen past couple of years. Yeah, what is this? Round 4 for Mahomes, Allen? In the playoffs? Or is it 3?
I think it's 3.
Because they had the 13 seconds
So
game.
it was once in the divisional round, once in the AFC Championship.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah, that sounds about right. This is round 3 for them in the playoffs. Kansas City's got to go to Buffalo. Has Buffalo practiced this
Yep.
week? Because of the
I
stadium?
don't know. Well, they don't practice in the stadium.
Still, I saw something that they didn't have, like, another call out for shovelers. That they didn't have practice or something. I don't know. Maybe they did. But, I mean, I would hope they did.
This is
Yeah,
this is
they
gonna
have-
be crushing if they lose this game.
The Bills, they have to get over the
Yeah.
hump now, right? If
Finally-
it's not this year. Then
Finally
when
have
is
them
it?
at home. Yeah, you can't lose this one. Because then it's not like at that point it's not even a rivalry.
No.
Like the Sixers and the Celtics.
Yeah. It
Like they keep beating them in the regular season, but who cares?
That's 100% correct. You're nailing it on the head. I don't know like I hate betting against Mahomes.
I do too.
Don't
And I did it last week, and I want to do it again. And I just feel like such an idiot. Maybe I just won't touch this one.
We gotta touch it. At least on the pod, we gotta touch it. I don't know what the hell we do.
All right, I'm taking the Bills then.
I think you gotta take the Bills.
The Chiefs are not good. I don't think they're that good.
And this is their year. If it's not this year, then when is it? They won the 5 in a row. They
Yeah.
made it to the playoffs. They got the 2 seed. They literally like fumbled their way into the 2 seed. Got them at home.
Yeah, they should not have a home playoff game right now.
No, they have them at home. All this talk, like this is what scares me is this is the same scenario as the Bengals last year, is it not? Where Joe Burrow was in the snow, the Bills, this is the weather they want. This is how they want. This is not what the fans
Yeah.
love. This is what Buffalo's all about. And then they lay a freaking egg and they blame the freaking snow. I don't. That's what worries me.
That was a horrible game.
They played terrible. They were awful that whole game. I don't know if that's what it's going to be. If that's what's going to happen again, but it's the Bills. It's like their destiny year, is it not? To at least make it to the AFC Championship.
Feels like it. That's why I watched that hype video and it really got me going.
I feel it, and I've been picking Buffalo, and they've been hitting for me. This year, I've picked Buffalo more than any year. I think only because the Pats were bad. Let's go Buffalo.
Ride Buffalo.
Ride Buffalo.
Circling the wagons.
Let's circle the wagons. It definitely makes me nervous.
I'm in on it. It makes me really nervous.
All right.
I have faith, though, I think.
It's got to be the year, man. It's got to be the year.
Chiefs' run defense isn't awesome.
No, their run defense is not awesome, and we were talking the Diggs game. The Diggs game. This is it.
Yes.
This is it.
Yep. Diggs time.
It's definitely Diggs time. What about the points? 45.
Or Gabe Davis. Like, this could be a Gabe Davis game. Big game, Gabe. Big game, Gabe.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm for it. Gabe Davis, he's such a bum. Literally good for just a couple games a year. This could be one of those games, though. So, and they would need him to step up. Chiefs, Rashid Rice got cooking last week. They're getting Sky Moore back. Pacheco is a solid running back. He's no game changer. So, it's the Mahomes show, and it's gonna be on Travis Kelce. It's gonna be on Mahomes.
Travis Kelce doesn't have brick hands this week.
Yeah, let's hope.
Happened to all those balls last week.
All right, Buffalo's the play. We already locked it in, but that's definitely. What else we got?
We're gonna look so dumb on Tuesday when we show up and we're like,
we bet against Mahomes. We picked Mahomes again.
Are we betting against Mahomes again? Yeah.
I don't know. We all picked.
You could do it over and over and over
and
again.
we're picking the favorites on all of them. We're picking the favorites on everything.
Yeah, I hate that too.
I don't like that either. shit. Maybe UFO's not the play.
It's all like I'm manifesting what I want to happen. I don't want to see Mahomes win again. I don't want the Lions to lose. I have a Ravens future. I guess Lions Packers AFC Championship or NFC Championship would be cool. And I don't like the 49ers. I just think the Packers are going to get too much hype this week.
Yeah, and I agree. I think the Packers are going to get too much hype this weekend. I think it was lightning in a bottle last week.
Yeah, I do too. I think that they're going in the right direction for sure. I don't think they're like on their way to a Super Bowl or anything.
You take all the picks that we talked about, all the favorites, the 2 overs, the Packers over, and the Tampa Bay over. Put $5 on it with $200. Not too shabby, right?
The overs and favorites.
Yeah, a bunch of overs and favorites. Yeah, are we a bunch of squares?
Always works out.
I was gonna say,
especially in the playoffs.
Right? It's gotta be. You put just the favorites, 5 to win 50, 7. Not bad either.
All the spreads or just the money?
All the spreads. All the spreads.
I just can't imagine the Ravens and the 49ers covering the 10 points.
I definitely can, though. I definitely can.
Well, of course they definitely can, but one of those is bound to be a close game, right? Like, I don't want a bunch of blowouts again. We had one good game last week.
That's true. I hope they're closer. Maybe. Shit, man. What do we do then? What do we do here?
My brain's in a pretzel.
Honestly, there's too little games. There's too little games.
I know. There's way too few games, and the lines are so perfect because it's the playoffs.
Freaking Vegas too. They always win.
Yeah, they always win.
Okay, well, I think the Packers
for some
keep
reason
it close.
I like that the Ravens game is at 4.
Why?
Like if it was at 8, I would be less comfortable.
Okay, I understand what you're saying. Yeah, because of bright lights, Lamar. It's just too eerie.
I guess that's why.
It's just too eerie.
It's eerie.
All right, I think if we want to go with an underdog, I think we would go with the Packers. I think the Packers are our underdog.
Okay.
Okay, so we'll switch that game.
Okay. I just don't know.
Is Mahomes staring at us in the face?
Yeah.
Mahomes just staring at us. Yeah, honestly, he's just giggling back there. So is Matt Byers. Matt Byers is laughing at us right now, too. He's going to hoist another Super Bowl trophy. We're all going to be like, well, the Chiefs kind of suck, though. So, like.
Never satisfied.
I do love Kansas City. They're betting against Mahomes in the playoffs is like betting against what? Like it would be like LeBron. It'd be LeBron.
I thought you were gonna say Brady.
No, it's not like Brady. No, it's not. Brady was plus 2.5.
Betting against Astros.
If Brady was plus 2.5 at Buffalo,
yeah,
put the mortgage on.
Easy. I wonder, were they underdogs in the AFC Championship against the Chiefs that one year?
Possibly.
In Kansas City, they were probably underdogs.
Yeah, they think they were underdogs. Probably by like a point though. It's probably like a -1 because that's when they used to do -1s. They don't do them anymore because if this game's a -1, this is a 1 spread.
Well, I think that they're saying they're dead even, so they're giving the home team 3.
Okay, that's fair. I just don't think they do. I don't think they do 1 point. Have we seen a lot of 1 point spreads this year? It's all like 2.5 or 1.5.
Yeah, not really.
All right.
All like games you don't want to bet on anyway. Also, this is Mahomes' first road playoff game, right?
Ever.
That's got to mean something.
I feel like it's in a good way though. I feel like that means something. Like I feel like they're just gonna fire him up.
Why?
I feel like it's gonna fire him up even more.
I don't think so.
Oh,
he's not gonna be as comfortable.
Oh, they think I can't play on the road? He's literally laughing at us right now.
Yeah, I bet he is. I'll screw him. I'm picking against him.
But Sure, for the pot. All right, so we're doing. I can't. I don't want to pick against the Niners either. We'll just do all favorites. Let's just run it. Just run it. If we
That can't be wise.
no, it's square. It's very square.
It is square.
That's why I want to change it up a little bit. But I can't. I don't trust Tampa Bay whatsoever. So I love the Lions.
Yeah.
I don't think Houston. I think Baltimore just blows these guys out. Honestly, the Niners do too. So
I think if we're gonna switch one, I think it's the Packers game. The times are really like messing with my head.
why does the time mess you up on that one?
I have no idea. I really don't know.
Why does
It just feels like an 8 o'clock game should be closer than a 4 o'clock game.
All right, I you know what? You're right. The bright star Packers. I like it. I like it. The bright star Packers under the lights.
And like Purdy under the lights. Remember what happened last time?
True.
Ravens?
It's true. All right. I'm in.
Vote.
All right, Packers are the we're watching
Picking
again.
Packers money line.
No, I wouldn't do that. I don't advise.
Google it, maybe.
Plus
350.
I was gonna say it is plus 350.
Yeah, that's pretty wild. Playoff game.
All right.
Although we could be like Giants eagling ourselves. Like last year that when the Giants went on the road to Philly and we were like, maybe. Like what if it's just Eli Manning part 2? And then it was 28-0 at halftime.
Yeah, but the Giants though, we were sold on them. We were sold.
Just for a week, literally for a week.
Yeah, 1 week we were sold. Because it was because they were also a wild card
only
team.
Because of Eli.
Yeah, and all the Eli teams are wild card teams.
Yeah, it was like Daniel Jones literally is Eli.
Yeah. But now we're just saying.
But yeah, that was
misguided. All right, I'm 9.5's a lot. One of these guys aren't going to cover it. It's going to be the Niners.
Yeah. Hopefully we pick right.
Yeah. Wow, it's going to be flipped. It's going to be the Ravens.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be.
Yeah.
Texans beat the Ravens and the Niners win by 40.
Texans beat the Ravens. Could you imagine? Could you imagine Baltimore? They would never hear the end of it from me.
No.
All right, we have some coaching things. Well, our final picks: Ravens minus 9.5, Packers plus 9.5, Detroit minus 6.5, and then Buffalo minus 2.5. That's right.
I love the Buffalo pick. That's my game of the week, I think.
Can't wait for Tuesday. You to grab the mic and be like, "Whoa, moms."
And it's the same thing I did 3 days ago.
Yeah, I know. My favorite
idiot.
My favorite pick is the Detroit Lions. That one is
okay.
Antonio Pierce earned himself the Raiders head coaching job. Good for him.
Yep.
It's funny, this one, as much as he earned it, I think he did a good job. But they just honestly they can't pay another big time coach. How do you pay 4 big time coaches all at once?
Who is it? McDaniels, Gruden.
Maybe it'd be 3.
Yeah. Oh, you're counting like if they were to hire like a Harbaugh or
Yeah.
Yeah. No, you're right.
Yeah, that would be tough.
I agree. Like I think it's the right move. I think he earned it. But how many times do we see this work out?
I know.
I can't think of
And
a
I'm rooting-
coach who's an interim. Like Bruce Arians on the Colts, but then he didn't become the head coach. He went to Arizona and was good there.
Yeah, that's true. I think
It wasn't from within.
I don't know. I think it's also like a locker room thing. We've had so many toxic locker
Mhm.
rooms for the past 2 years, 3 years almost. That this guy, like, they were partying with them. You know, they were smoking cigars after victories, and
Mhm.
it seemed like the team actually had fun playing football, which is important in the NFL.
Mhm.
And I think it's a culture change, and they need to do it. Honestly, they need a reset. Even if he's not very good,
Yep.
they just need a full reset of all this stuff and stop trying to get the big name and the big fish and just trying to work on Raiders football, you know?
Looking back at a list of interim head coaches. Yep. Okay, Doug Marrone with the Jaguars, 2016.
Ugh. He was good.
And
No, he wasn't
2 years
good.
later was the Saxonville year, right?
Yeah. He had the Saxonville
But then everything
season.
imploded.
Yeah, he also had Blake Bortles going against him. So
Mike Mularkey in Tennessee. He
No
got
idea who that
fired
is.
after his second season. Romeo Crennel fired for the Chiefs. He got fired after going 2-14. Leslie Frazier, I think, is the last one that worked in Minnesota. Oh, and Jason Garrett. I don't
look at
know if
that. Call that working or
you'd
not?
say that worked.
Yeah, I don't know if that's working or not, but yeah.
Yeah. I think Leslie Frazier was the head coach for a couple years. Might have been the coach when
What does he
Favre was
do?
there and they made a.
What does he do now?
Let's see. Leslie Frazier, he's the D coordinator somewhere.
I was gonna say, why do I know his
Buffalo?
name? Yes, yeah. He's the Buffalo coordinator. Good snipe.
Brett Favre. Oh, never mind. This was after Brett Favre. Maybe they didn't do anything. I just remember that name.
Oh, Cliff, too. NFL news. Back, not intranet close, but I was just looking at NFL news. Cliff got an OC job.
Good.
I think so for the Bears, right? Or
He got
not
hired?
OC. Yeah, I think it was. Oh, you're right. It was interviewed, right?
Interview, yeah.
That's if he's your OC and you have Caleb Williams, you gotta be. He's breathing down your neck. Talk about interim head coach. That could be. He could be the coach halfway through the season next year.
Yeah. Okay, so point is, I was right. It does not work.
Is this kind of
And
like a
you give the
Mayo?
interim
I
guy
feel like
the full
this
job.
with Pierce too. It's kind of like a Mayo situation with the Pats.
I don't think so because like McDaniels wasn't grooming
Yeah, that's true.
Antonio Pierce.
That's true.
Like Belichick, I think wanted Mayo to get the job because he was his guy, and like he wanted to go out on his terms. But I think regardless, he wanted him to take over. Whereas this, Josh,
you just gave me a lot of confidence in the Pats.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to.
Didn't mean to. All right,
Throwing it out there.
what else we got? Any other news? I don't think so.
Belichick.
Right?
Speaking of Belichick,
interviewed twice for the Falcons.
it's like an interview with Atlanta.
Yeah,
a crappy spot. I get it. I guess. Like
he'll get to own the team. You know, that's why.
I don't think it's gonna work either.
No, it seems
like a freaking quarterback.
And did you see like he's playing the highlights? He's gonna get McDaniels. He's gonna get Joe Judge. Like apparently he's gonna get like all of his boys.
Bob's at Ohio State now.
Yeah, Bob. Yep, Bill O'Brien.
That.
Yes, I did see that. Thank God. Pats need a real OC, and I think that I think Mayo's gonna be.
You were excited about Bill O'Brien.
Yeah, I was for like 2 games.
It's twisted.
For like 2 games, I was excited because I thought he was a real OC.
Playmaker is what they need.
They just need someone who they can trust because all the screen passes and runs on first and second down just prove that they don't trust anyone on the team.
Yeah.
And
it starts with the guy who's taking the snaps.
Yeah. Yeah. I would have liked Cliff as the Pats OC. If he doesn't get it with the Bears, I'd like him.
Yeah.
No, a former Pat too.
He needs to go back to college. Was he?
He was in college, wasn't he, at USC?
Is that where he is now?
Yeah, he's at USC, California, of course. He's senior offense.
Yeah, everyone knows that USC is California.
Shut up.
Yeah, you're right. Offensive analyst and quarterbacks coach. So yeah, he's literally they would hire him to and draft Caleb Williams.
Yeah, pretty much. Pat should do that. That sounds like a great plan. It's like an absolutely a fantastic plan.
Yeah, maybe, but they don't have to pick.
Maybe the Redskins do.
You're not. You know that you're not getting Caleb Williams, right?
We're gonna trade up.
You're gonna have to accept that as
No,
something.
we're gonna trade up.
Okay. I've accepted that I'm not getting Caleb Williams.
Well, because you're not gonna trade up. You're gonna get leapfrogged by the Patriots.
Okay.
Um,
Adam Peters would not let that happen.
let's.
Or he would let it happen, and then you would draft the worst guy. Full confidence in Peters. You don't have a GM.
I know we don't have a GM. We don't have anyone on the. We have Gerard Mayo. That's it. That's literally it. If you look at the Patriots coaching, if you go to, I'm gonna go to the website right now. Patriots coaching. It literally just says head football coach Gerard Mayo. The rest of the team will be announced on a later date.
The rest of the team.
Or the rest of the coaching staff. Here, I'm going to coaches right now. Coaching staff for 2024 will be announced at a later time. Rod Mayo, head football coach. That's all it is.
Why don't they just leave the guys who are already there?
Because they're not going to be there. It's going to be clean slate, baby.
You get a new staff? What if hiring from within then?
Nah, screw hiring within. Let's get everyone.
You did hire from within.
I think yeah, I know, but like let's bring in his guys. Let's not bring in Belichick's guys.
But his guys are the guys there. Like
some of them are. I think Steve Belichick.
What other guys does he have?
I don't know. He's got to have guys. He's a head football coach. He's got to have guys. There has to be some plan here, right? There has to be some guys coming in. Can't just run it back. I think Steve Belichick's staying. But I don't know.
No, if Steve Belichick's staying, then you are that's running it back. You need if you're getting rid of one Belichick, you're getting rid of all the Belichicks.
No, I think Steve's staying. I like Steve. I mess with Steve. Seems like
Has Gerard Mayo coached anywhere else?
No. Never played anywhere else either.
So he doesn't have guys.
He has to have guys, Chris. What don't you understand by this? He has to have guys. What is the plan if he doesn't have guys? Apparently, we were interviewing some linebackers coach for the Saints as our defensive coordinator. Saints had a good defense, had a good linebacker play, so I don't mind that. We're interviewing
another linebackers coach. That's a lot of linebackers.
All right, man. God, give him guy a break. At least he knows. That's probably his guys. All of his guys are just other linebacker coaches. We're all gonna come together and make one big linebacker team. And I think half the staff's just going to be former Patriots players. Apparently, James White had some rumors he could be on the staff.
James White.
Apparently.
Oh, man.
You're hating.
I didn't say anything about James White. I just said his name. I like James White.
I don't know where. I saw that rumor on Twitter. I don't think that's real at all. But the Dante Hightower is real. He does want him on the staff at some point. Let's get all the old players back. Let's have Edelman do the wide receiver. Edelman should be wide receiver coach. Hell, bring Brady in at OC. That should be his guy. Call Brady. Do everything he can to coach this team. Imagine Tom Brady's your offensive coordinator.
You think that would work? Just as a hypothetical.
Oh yeah, I think that would work. If he committed to it, he would have if he learned how to coach. He knows the plays. He knows how to motivate. And if Tom Brady's telling you to do something, you fucking do it, right?
But he's not the one doing it. That's the thing.
No, that is yes, I agree. I get that, but I don't know. I feel like he knows the game probably better than anyone. So
yeah, I feel like you think he would be scared to fail
as a coach? Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Probably. But it's funny. He could go into coaching if he wanted to, 20 years from now. Maybe not 20, but 10. If he wanted to, 57-year-old Tom Brady. Yeah, he'd coach my team.
I feel like the GOATs never coach, though.
No, they always own. He's already part-time owner of the Raiders.
Is he?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, he's part-time owner of the Raiders.
I guess in the position. I feel like all the best coordinators and stuff like just come out of nowhere. Like McVay and Shanahan, like where the hell did McVay was a good player. He wasn't like a stud in the NFL.
Let's get a Rams coach. That's what I want the Pats. Let's just get one of the Rams guys. If he shook hands with Sean McVay, let's do it. Remember we were making fun of
Slowick.
Yeah, we were making fun of.
He's a Shanahan guy.
Remember after the Rams won the Super Bowl, it's like anyone who shook hands with Sean McVay was a head coach or offensive coordinator. But like all those guys have worked out. It was Kevin O'Connell. It was LaFleur. It was someone else, I think. Zach Taylor. Yep. Maybe it wasn't.
They were all in the freaking 2013 Redskins.
Yeah, let's find someone from that coaching staff.
Please don't.
Please, we have to.
That'd be my nightmare. It's Slowick. He's like the last guy left, I think.
Yeah, let's get him. He's who's
You're not getting it. Like you already have.
He's the head coach. Yeah, he's the head
coach.
Yeah, he's the
Texans
coordinator. You're right. There's got to be some QB coach on the Rams we can snag, right? He could be a RC.
Zach Robinson. That's your guy.
There we go. All right. Before we move on to College Corner, this draft is killing me. We talked about it off air, but it's just way too long from now, and I just want it to be now. I want to know what players are going to be on my team. I don't even know what coaches are on my team right now. So
I've started like not thinking about it.
How could you not? Everywhere you look, it's like
because it doesn't matter.
I know. It doesn't matter. And it's whatever quarterback the team takes, it's just going to be like I'm going to buy myself into it no matter who it is. So you're right. It doesn't matter. I don't know I'm not a draft expert. But I want some blue chippers on the team. I want some names.
I mean, like no one's actually a draft expert.
No. It's just can they I don't know. I mean, there's some people nail it though. Some people can nail it.
Yes. It's who is it like Chris Sims that always gets the quarterbacks in the right order?
Yeah, Chris Sims is pretty good at it. But remember didn't he have like Justin Fields as like 8? Or Lamar. He had like Lamar at like 8
did he?
In that draft. See, everyone gets it wrong. You're right.
Yeah.
Let's go to College Corner. I don't have anything to say, but I watched the Maryland basketball game. Tough loss.
That was
Northwestern. Back and forth game. A lot of fun. It's a great game. A lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun.
But
and seeing two guards who are the best players on their team just going back and forth is like the most entertaining brand of basketball, I think.
Maryland shot
it was
well.
tough. I can't believe that shot didn't go in at the end.
I know. It was so sad. But at the end, there was a lot of clutch threes. Geronimo got a couple threes.
Yeah, dude.
He got 2 back-to-back threes in the clutch.
Not normal at all.
And it was all Jameer Young. Jameer Young was going off.
Yeah, he's the dude. He's the dude.
What's up with Deshaun Harris-Smith?
He's a young guy, all right?
Is he a freshman?
He's a young guy. Yes.
All right. I'll excuse him.
And his thing, like...
I said I'll excuse him then.
Yeah. He's not a shooter either, and like he does a little bit of everything. So he might be one of those like jack of all trades, master of none.
Yeah.
Type of guy. But he does just plays like a dog. Like he gets rebounds, uses his body, like he presses up on defense, but he's not a scorer at all. 0 points, 4 rebounds, and 5 fouls. So it's not a great night.
That's a brutal game for him.
He only had 4 guys score the whole game. It was Young, Geronimo, and Reese. No else scored 72 points.
That's and I just looked at that. That's insane. Nobody was on the point.
That's not the first time that's happened this year.
I've never seen that stat line. What?
Yeah.
1 starter and the whole bench combined for 0.
Yes.
I will say Maryland's got no bench.
Yep. No.
Nah, your guys' bench is it's not very
I
good.
told you to watch my bachelor when he comes in. He's the 3-point specialist who doesn't hit 3-pointers.
Oh,
It's
I
hard to
remember
watch.
him in person. He's a goofy looking dude.
Yeah, they have a couple goofballs.
Geronimo's a goofball.
Northwestern had 7 people score. Geronimo is a goofball.
Geronimo.
I couldn't believe how well he played.
That was incredible. Watching him play like
5 of 6 and 2 of 3 from 3. He's one of the worst 3-point shooters on
the planet.
his team, which is the worst
The
3-point
planet.
shooting team that I've ever seen.
He shot. The announcer said he shot before to last game 11% in his career.
Yeah, he's up to 16% now with that game. Yeah, it's like he's like a rebounds and defense guy, but he's been really good the last couple of games.
Yeah,
so
props
if they can
Geronimo.
if he's
Unlock
coming
him.
into his own, that's a pretty big deal. Unlock him, yeah. I didn't know he's a senior. I thought he was younger than that.
Build like Kevin Durant. Let's get him out there.
Yeah, we got Michigan State Sunday. Really need a win, get back to 500 in the conference. But they're a good team who hasn't lived up to their potential yet, so hopefully we're catching them before they get hot, because they always do.
The Maryland they need to stick with them, just like what Julian Reese said. Stay with us, or was it Jameer?
No,
Young?
Jameer said that. Stay with us.
Stay with us.
Yeah, that gave me goosebumps. That makes me feel like something special.
That I was gonna say that's the quotes of something special is gonna happen. That's posted up on when they posted on Instagram. I was like, oh, that's
yep.
That's cool.
I was like, oh yes.
I wish.
Let's go.
Honestly,
Stay
I
with
wish.
us. And I was like, I will.
I wish the Gamecocks did that after the Georgia game. Nice, stay with us. If we lose another one at home, we need.
They have. You guys have to this point. Your season has still been a success. Like
Yeah.
This season has been an unequivocal failure.
That makes sense. Yeah. All right. I think that's all we got. Because I got nothing on the Cox.
Quick one today.
Yeah, we did have a quick one. It's only next week. I think we should start doing. I was thinking a little bit team mock drafts.
Ready. January.
But next week we have 2 games. What else are we going to talk about?
All right. Just our 2 teams. We do like a simulator.
Yeah, or I was thinking like we could start with our 2 teams, and then each week we'll do like 2 other teams.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we just be like full on draft podcast now. Our 2 teams.
Just because our team. Look, we should live stream the draft. I'm not even gonna lie. We have very important.
That would be fun.
This is a very important draft for both of our franchises. So,
I mean, it's very possible that it come 8:00 on April whatever, we're gonna know who we're getting.
That's true.
Like it could be.
There could be a trade by then, or there could be a trade up. There could be anything.
Could be.
Yeah.
Yeah, you never know. But I'm pretty comfortable with Drake May being my quarterback at this point.
I'd rather take Marvin Harrison than Jaden Daniels. Maybe I'm wrong with that, but I think we can. I don't know. I think Jaden Daniels will fall if he doesn't go to 3. Like I think 3 is just too high. I think he falls a little bit if he doesn't go to 3.
Maybe.
All right. I don't know. I thought that would be a fun idea. We can workshop it.
Yeah, we can do that.
All right. That's it though. Thank you all for listening. Hope everyone enjoyed. Make sure to like and subscribe. We never say that, so I'm gonna make sure it's out there. We're almost. I think we're at. I don't know if we hit 100 or not. Let's see. Let's find out.
Close.
We're right there.
Hour, you mean?
On YouTube, we have still at 99. We're right there. 1 away. So if you're watching right now and you're not subscribed, better press that button.
Do us a solid.
You could be the 100th subscriber of the Wise Guys podcast. So
yeah,
this could be you.
We'll send you some merch.
Maybe. All right.
Maybe.
Thank you all for listening. And we'll see everyone on Tuesday.